What's up, guys? Good morning. Holy cow, sunny morning. Well, it is Tuesday morning, filming real time. Mark's parking his truck, taking the spot of where the trailer was, and we were about to zip on down the road. Got fresh blades that I sharpened this morning. Shout out to the RBG 712 making that easy. Anyway, Mark, you good? All right, cool. All right, I'm following you. It's been a busy couple of days. Liz and I actually got back from vacation. My mom took us on a family cruise last week. Went to Eastern Caribbean, Bahamas with Royal Caribbean. I think it is on the Icon of the Seas, like the newer boat. So that was super fun, super cool, as you guys can imagine. And you know what? It's nice to get a little quick vacation in now because, as we all know, the next 60 days for sure is the grind. We've got snow contracts, we've got fall cleanups, Equip Expo, Lawntrepreneur Academy Live, and then of course just making sure all the lawns get cut and everything else in between, right? So hope you guys are doing well. Finally able to grab the GoPro, do another quick little vlog with you guys. I try to do at least one a week. Thank you guys so much for showing love on these. They take a lot of time to take the camera with us in the field. Let me take this call. Sorry about that, really quick. Had a phone call from the wifey, and my little girl decided to call. She wanted to say, "Good morning, Daddy, I love you." So that is really cool, very special. Got to make time for those phone calls. Said, "Hey honey, Daddy's got to go to work today." I am back in the field Tuesdays and Wednesdays with the guys right now, as Jake went back to college. So that's okay. You know, Tuesday and Wednesdays are our heaviest day. The idea is that we're kind of at like 110% capacity, let's say, but this is where you're going to be able to help us break off for a second route. Really, that math can shake out a bunch of different ways, as you guys can imagine. This could be a two-man team that goes north, two-man team that goes south. So it's hard to say we're at like 110% capacity. What I can say though is that 3 guys are needed for Monday and Thursday, and 4 guys for sure Tuesday and Wednesday, just with the workload. So that's why I'm back in the field a couple days a week. But that gives me, you know, 20 hours a week in the field, 20 hours a week back in the office, and then another 40 hours a week doing everything else for the business, right? If you guys know how that math works, right? What do they say? An entrepreneur is the only one willing to work 80 hours a week so they don't have to work 40. That sounds about right. All right, well, I'll take you guys with us as we go mow today. Hope you guys are doing well. If you guys want to drop a big thumbs up on the video, always appreciate that. Leave me a comment. Love to hear what's going on in your guys' neck of the woods. What are you guys up to this time of year? You guys doing fall cleanups, fall aerations, still mowing, getting snow contracts going? I'm sure probably doing a lot of the same stuff that we are. Let me know in the comments. All right, let's get going.
On the back side of the tree line, like 100 feet down, there's a good pass. Okay, I got in there really good, but there's one big pass that was probably 50 feet long. It's like 50 feet down. Cool, that's it. Getting toasty, but man, I'll tell you what, the leaves are falling too. I don't know if that shows up on the ground. Fall's coming early. Guarantee it.
Like, taking the phone, he's like, "So,
yeah,
did you eat the cat?" He's like, "So why'd you eat the cat?"
I swear though, so I called Dylan really quick. Rob's over here trimming. I was on the phone for a quick second. I called up Dylan, see if this is I have no idea where to put this in a vlog. This is what you get on Rides on Maine's YouTube channel. I called Dylan Stevenson, Solo Cuts Landscaping, now he's Brilliant Gardens, about the Springfield thing with the cats and dogs from the debate. I've been gone for 10 days on vacation, so I didn't even know this meme existed until like a day ago. And Dylan's like, "Dude, it's really actually true. It really actually happening." So they were just trimming really quick. I was like, "Dylan, I gotta go." Tagging up this quick HOA here, but it's really a thing. I didn't know that. Yeah. Unbelievable. All right, hang tight. All right, so also really quick funny note. Sorry, this vlog's probably all over the place, which is pretty typical for Brian's on Maine's vlog. It can't always just be work hard, right, guys? It's you know, always learning about snow or cutting grass and trimming and blowing edging, best mowers, right? Like, you know, we got to keep it real around here. But also, for real, I just got off the phone with my insurance agent. I got an extra life insurance policy just because the houses are about to wrap up in about 3 weeks. I just want to make sure that we have a little bit of extra life insurance and coverage on my previous policy. And so anyway, they, you know, I had to go get my blood drawn, the urine test, just the basics, right, and the questionnaire. Anyway, I came back because my insurance agent called me. Now, my previous policy, I was 30 years old, it's like $1 million or whatever it was, and I came back super preferred, which is like a pretty high tier to have like the lowest rate or lower rate, right? So I was like, all riding this high. Anyway, just work with me here, right? And so I'm telling my wife the whole last 6 years, I'm like, hey, super preferred. And my agent, Chris, and the other one, Cherie, they're always like, Mr. Super Preferred. So anyway, my insurance agent Chris called me, and I was expecting the results from the life insurance to know where we came on the policy, if I was super preferred or just like a regular tier. Anyway, she calls me laughing in a hoot, and I'm like, what's going on? She goes, you're not gonna believe this. You got elite preferred, which is like 5 people out of like my whole 15, 18 year career doing insurance I've ever seen anybody ever get that. Like, nobody gets that. And I go, so she goes, you're 6 years older and you got elite preferred. I go, bro, banging it out of the park per my blood work and all the other mess. So super grateful and thankful for that. Obviously, I don't take health lightly. I definitely need to get better at eating my fruits and vegetables, but you guys know what I'm saying. I just thought it was super funny because 2 days ago, Liz got my test results and she goes, this looks horrible. Like, you need to eat your broccoli. And then 2 days later, my agent's calling and it's like, how did you get this? And I go, hey. So anyway, that's funny. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Quick note though, I did an insurance video probably 3 or 4 years ago on the channel. If you didn't watch that video, please go check it out. I do talk about life insurance, short-term and long-term disability insurance, workers' comp insurance, a bunch of extra insurances that you should get and should have, inland marine policies for your equipment and trailers. In fact, I just saw a gentleman the other day, he had another GoFundMe, kind of went viral, or I'm trying to help it go viral on my platforms at least. Help a guy out that lost everything, you know, probably 40 grand worth of equipment. And, you know, you throw 20, 30, 50 bucks at something like that and we can all rally together and give somebody like that, you know, 10 grand to get back up on their feet. That's super important. That's super huge, right? But, you know, and some folks were even like critical, DMing me back and forth saying, well, he should have insurance. He probably does have insurance, but he's not going to get that check for a couple of weeks or a couple of months. And I'm like, my gosh, like if you're that callous to not just give somebody 20 bucks or 50 bucks to help them get on their feet and maybe take care of like that week's worth of income or next 2 weeks worth of income until you can go get a new trailer and get a new mower, knowing that everything's insured, like, give me a break, you know? So God forbid I shared a GoFundMe and a couple people were critical that he should have had insurance. Everybody most likely has insurance in these scenarios, but it's just helping your friends out, helping your community out. Like, that's what it's all about. So I'll try to leave a link in the description if you guys want to check out that GoFundMe. I think it was like J&B, like landscaping. I'll probably mess it up. I apologize. Doesn't matter. Just check out the link and maybe we can try to support that guy. But anyway, insurance is a very important topic. My dad passed away when I was way young, and we had no life insurance, and that threw our family into a financial tailspin for about a decade. And so I've never had to be sold life insurance, term life insurance. Teach their own, of course, but for me, it's absolutely a super important thing and topic. And as our mortgage kicks in and we take delivery of this house, I want to make sure I just had some extra coverage to take care of Liz and the kids, obviously. So trying to be smart, do my due diligence, and do the right thing, right? All right, let's keep going. Really quick here. Just got off the phone with Ethan Hammond. Shot to Ethan. He was on the Spring Shop Tour Series a couple weeks ago. He's like, you going to the snow show next week? I forgot about the snow show next week. So we'll see if I can get there Tuesday, the MGIA snow show.
We're over here mowing. We'll see what we got for hours. We're on the birds, by the way.
$399 on the 60, 400 on the 72. That's 800 hours so far this year. We'll definitely add another 100 to each of those by the end of the month of October.
This lawn always stripes amazing.
This subdivision we definitely want to grow into, definitely expand with, get some more in here. I love mowing, just gets the blood boiling, gets the blood moving, you know, the juice is flowing. Whatever.
There you go. Rob's using the Z. The 72-inch mower unfortunately has
some type of issue with it, electrical. It keeps blowing fuses, so they're looking at that right now. Not sure what's going on with that. I'll report back to you guys.
But the Z is still cutting great. We are trying to keep hours off the Z, admittedly. We are
trying to just use it for spring and fall cleanups. It's got probably 2,600 hours on the unit. And so it's a good backup mower in case we need it for a day or two. We always keep it with us or in the trailer or one of the trailers, or have quick access to it, right? But realistically, we're trying to put all the hours on the standers and rock the sit down for just spring and fall cleanups only. And that way we're only adding 20, 30, 40 hours in the spring and again in the fall to the unit. There you go. Well, that being said, man, busy day over here. Some of you guys might have saw this lawn in a vlog a couple weeks ago, but it's sometimes tough to grab the camera when you got like 3 or 4 lawns in a row. But while they're finishing up a mow and he's finishing up blowing, while I just finished up trimming, I can grab the camera. Quick side note, talked about it earlier. If you guys have not got your tickets yet for LAL, I don't know what you're waiting for. It's gonna be a banger, November 2nd, Novi, Michigan. We sold 10 tickets just on Monday alone, real time as you guys are watching this vlog. And I expect or hope that we have 5 to 10 sell pretty much every day moving forward. The early bird registration, we're moving it to October, I think the 2nd, which is a Wednesday. Let me double check that. Mark's coming over here with the blower. Bethany and I were talking, because we want to get as many people there, obviously. October 2nd, Wednesday, that is your last day to get the early bird price. The speakers are having a meeting here in just about 2 weeks. We're getting topics. It's going to be great. Help you guys grow. Last year we had like 350 plus people there at the conference. Expecting another 200, 300, 400 people there this fall. Tickets are trending really good right now. So if you guys have not got your tickets to LAL, please do it. Do it before October 2nd, because the early bird registration is going to go up $50, and there's no reason to pay $50 more if you don't have to, right? So we can't wait to see you guys there. Novi, Michigan, we'll leave an end screen, and you can check out the announcement video that we did a couple weeks ago. But hope to see you guys there at our conference, and I'm on stage for about 25 minutes, a little song and dance, but the other guys are all on stage for about 45 minutes. I think we have Sam Gimbel, Sam Rankin, Mark Bradley, Jeff Joyner, an up-and-coming speakers panel, freshly added Keith Kelfus, and so much more. So that's gonna be a really good time. Hope to see you guys there, for real. It's always a good barn burner. All right, well, we're wrapping up. On to the next one. Man, I'm not really sure where we're at here in the vlog, but I gotta throw this one in here. Saw a couple people commenting and shooting some DMs back and forth about how dry it is. And man, we can totally relate. The lawns are just crunchy at this point, and it's only been about 10 days maybe since our last rain. That's what's totally crazy about how fast things can dry up and how quick the conversation can change, at least up here in Michigan. Have you guys been getting a dry spell? I know a lot of you guys down south had a pretty gnarly dry spell for a little while there, and then also a lot of folks that I talked to, like Ohio, Illinois, that whole area, maybe more like Midwest even, it's looking pretty dry. So that's always frustrating, that's always challenging for sure. One thing I will say when it comes to lawns being dry and skipping cuts or not is some folks are always asking, hey, you know, we got a commercial site, should we be able to, you know, we are gonna bill for 5, we're gonna mow 4 or mow 3, can we just pad stats and charge for those? I don't do anything like that, residential or commercial. Now, I'm not saying you can't, I'm not saying that some guys might not, but for us personally, I only charge for what we mow. I've talked about this topic before for sure on YouTube videos way back in the day, but if it's not something that we actually perform service for, I don't charge for it. Now, again, I'm not saying that's right or wrong. That's just how I run my business. Ethically, that's how I run my life. And, you know, if you have a 29 obligation weekly mows, you know, for a customer, and you only do 26 or 27, you know, yeah, you could probably get away with it, but to me, I'm not saying you necessarily owe them a couple bucks back, but I just think that maybe you should credit those cuts or invoice for a little bit less, in my opinion. Now, I'm sure not everybody's gonna agree with that thought, but one thing I will relate to that is, you know, think long-term on customers and those kind of relationships, if you will, because the last thing you need to do is go mow a lawn, that doesn't need it just to make the 50-60 bucks, or charge somebody 50-60 bucks for a cut that, you know, you didn't mow, but you like kind of, you know, win one over them, if you will, and, you know, really shoot yourself in the foot on a 2.5, sorry, or maybe, you know, sorry, I had to move the visor, or maybe shoot yourself in the foot on a 2, 5, 10 grand, you know, client relationship. You know, so you don't want to think like short term for 50, 80, 100 bucks for a couple of cuts that you got to miss. Unfortunately, that's just how it works. Get creative, go do a pruning job, go do a mulch job, go do a landscape job instead. Go work on equipment, go work on your accounts receivables instead. There's always something that you can do if the lawns are drying up and you're starting to lose them like flies, or dropping like flies, whatever the statement is. So didn't want to get too much on a rant on that one. I do think it's super important to cover though. I think ethically you should not charge for work that you're not performing, obviously. I don't think that's too hard of a stretch to have a conversation like that. But for me personally, I noticed writing on the wall back when I had my trailer park lawns, and we would have great weekly mows, great weekly pricing, great revenue for monthly, you know, April, May, June, even sometimes July. And then that first dry spell, all the lawns dried up, and my revenue went from 4 out of 4 weeks mowing to 3 out of 4, 2 out of 4, 1 out of 4, sometimes 0 out of 4. And I just realized, man, I got to start getting some better clients that irrigate, get into the nicer subdivisions, get some commercial sites, the sites that actually water, or like some of you guys might have those accounts that are just a flat rate monthly, and whether you mow 4 times, 3 times, 5 times, it doesn't matter. You get paid the same either way. You're more like a boots on the ground maintenance versus you know, doing everything a la carte, if that makes sense.
All right, well, it is the end of the day, 4:30 real time. Let's see if I can get this edited and get it up to you guys. I think we're due for a new hat. Yeah, there we go. But finishing up this commercial site here. Chaz, actually one of my subcontractors, is right across the way from me. He has cleaned up his whole vibe patio, laying mulch, trimmed all these trees, bunch of stuff. About a $4,000 job that we subbed out for. Super pumped about that. He's got a $1,495 job, a $1,895 job, another $1,800 job, at least another $1,495. I normally do a day rate for him, $1,495 for pruning. Another like 10, 12 grand right there, right, of subcontracted work. We'll make 10 to 15% on that thanks to LMN. Super pumped up about that, as you can imagine. He's making good money, we're making some money off of that, so everybody wins, customers win. Can't beat that, right? So I think that's where we're gonna kind of leave the vlog for today. We may or may not have a vlog on Friday. It might be a little bit different one, depending if I take the camera with us. Friday we have our annual, first ever annual, well, I guess it's not an annual thing, right? But our first annual golf outing that we're gonna do for Brian's Lawn Maintenance Company. A little top golf action. We're gonna go there from 5 to 7:30 p.m. Swing at some golf balls, pretend like we know what we're doing. It's gonna be a really, really good time. We got, I think, 12 people set up for that. So the whole company, plus all of our subs that we use, a big team of guys that are gonna be going. Liz is going. We do significant others or husbands or wives for any of the crew members. That's where we're gonna leave it moving forward. No girlfriends. It's gonna be a significant SO or a spouse, but anyway. But we got Ryan, his girl, Mark, Rob, Owen, Bronson, Chaz, Mike, Brett, everybody. It's gonna be a really, really good time. So we can't wait to hang out with everybody at Top Golf and do our first ever annual company party. So, all right, that's what I'll leave it with you guys right now. Get your LAL tickets. Can't wait to see you guys there November 2nd, Novi, Michigan. Early bird ends October 3rd, I think it is, Wednesday, or October 2nd, Wednesday, whatever that is. So you got about 2 weeks to get those and lock them in, save an extra 50 bucks. And that's where we're gonna leave it today. All right, over now, guys. We'll catch up with you.